everyone. Guess who's back? It's the commish back here with another draft preview, and this time we're doing Cannonballs 007. A guy who I think, just looking at what he did last season to prepare for this season, understands what it takes to get to the next level. Again, if you're not gonna do well, I guess you could say that year, why wouldn't you try to load up on picks for the next year? Albeit, you got to make sure you still have five solid keepers. So let's set the table here. And I think there's going to be some changes happening to this team. And I hope, obviously, you're going to be watching your preview. There's something going on here with your keepers. So we'll just share the screen here and we'll get right into it. So there it is, Cannonballs 007, Tier 3, second to last preview here for Tier 3. Looking at your keepers, we got Trevor Lawrence at quarterback, a guy that finally broke out, I guess you could say, last year. So I don't think that's, so bad of a keeper, I guess you could say. A couple of good running backs, Marion Hampton, James Cook. Both these guys are going to be involved on their teams. I mean, I've been seeing Hampton as a potential breakout player this year. We'll have to see if he can stay healthy. James Cook, obviously, there's always been times where people felt like this guy isn't going to be the guy, but he always keeps getting it done fantasy wise. So he's definitely near the top. Tight end, you got Cade Otton, which makes no sense, right? So this is where I'm going to get into like the keepers here because you must be doing smoke screens here. So you got Drew Tranquil and Jared Verse at IDP. Well, first off, even in tier one, there probably wouldn't be an owner that would keep two IDPs, just to put it out there. And again, I think you're doing a bit of a smoke screen because when I look at the rest of your team, you got Kenneth Gainwell, that could be a potential keeper, Jalen Waddle, who's on a new team. Why isn't Trey McBride a keeper? The guy's considered the best tight end right there with Brock Bowers in fantasy. So again, this has to be a smokescreen on your part. You even have Romeo Dobbs, Brian Thomas, Jaden Higgins, which would be a suitable keeper over keeping a second IDP. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense for you to keep two IDPs. You also have Jackson Dart, who's entering year two, who could take off. I think at IDP, I mean, I don't disagree with whoever you would want to do there as keeper, but you got to adjust the keepers to add one of those offensive phenoms. I mean, why would you have Cade Otton over Trey McBride or any of those wide receivers I listed? It just doesn't make any sense. So again, this has to be a smoke screen. Looking at your recap from last year, you finished eighth place. Regular season was 5-9 in your first year here in the format. Obviously, getting your feet wet, and I think you're going to have a much better year this year. Looking at the recap last year in the consolation playoffs, you lost the first overall game to Bruce, who's given up that first overall by 0.81 points. It doesn't get any closer than that. It's got to suck, no doubt, but second overall is still going to look pretty good. Your outlook for 2026, the draft picks. So again, this is what I'm talking about. You've prepared to move up. You got two firsts, you got 2 seconds. You got no round 12 or no 14, but who cares? You got an extra 1 and 2. You're picking second and eighth overall in the first round. Again, I've already mentioned it. Adjustments to keepers are definitely needed. You are not maximizing your team with who you're keeping. And as I mentioned, I do think this is a setup year for you. So anyone else that watches these previews, you've got to take note. This is what you need to do if your team's going to start failing. All right, so the likely first pick here for you, I think you're going to go best available. And the projected pick for you is either Trey McBride, right? So, I mean, it's either you keep him or pick him at 2. Jeremiah Love would be another one. Obviously, rookie running back. If you're going to be in tier 3 for a while, it'd be nice to have him as keeper. And then George Pickens for Dallas. Obviously, Dallas is pretty high-powered offense there with Dak throwing a lot. So, yeah, so Cannonballs, I would just say, looking at the preview here for you, it's clear that you just got to make adjustments to your keepers. And I feel when you do, and with all those draft picks, you're going to be a dangerous team this year in that American division. And I think other teams in your division better take notice.